Every community anchor, whether a local house of worship, a nonprofit, or an online ministry, is currently operating under immense, invisible operational pressure. This chart tracks attendance across U.S. congregations over 5 years, revealing a 46% downward trend. In the lowest quartile, a quarter of organizations face structural drops of 25% or more. At the extreme edge, 4,000 Protestant churches permanently closed in a single year. When localized job losses and broad economic pressures strike a community, they trigger a multi-layered operational squeeze on these institutions. First, personal bandwidth shrinks. Finding reliable volunteers and securing dedicated sponsors becomes an increasingly difficult battle for leadership. Relying on an already exhausted membership base to dig deeper into their pockets for time or money only accelerates institutional decay. Leadership requires an entirely new operational model. This volunteer deficit is immediately followed by a severe reduction in vital financial influx. Tight household budgets directly suppress donations, tithes, and corporate sponsorships. The standard institutional reflex to declining revenue is to attempt to buy market visibility through external software and advertising. This reflex creates an ecosystem echo chamber. Purchasing broad visibility requires heavy capital. Without it, the organization's message remains trapped within a stagnant, shrinking circle of passionate but exhausted existing members. Surviving this environment requires a total operational recalibration. Organizations must move away from capital-heavy outreach and adopt lean, self-sustaining models. The SDM engagement engine addresses these economic shifts by changing how an organization resources its outreach. Institutional stability relies on moving away from high-friction marketing to the deployment of a socially integrated asset. The core mechanism of the SDM platform is the sponsorship of a turnkey literacy campaign. This generates engagement entirely without direct solicitation. This process takes a standard administrative request for time or money and replaces it with a measurable, high-value community contribution. The organization is provisioned with a back-office reporting dashboard. Here, a central data asset subdivides into 50 distinct, trackable ebook codes. These codes are precision-engineered for strategic distribution, starting with the institution's internal network. The first 25 vectors route inward. These are marketing and prospecting codes, deployed directly into the organization's existing internal contact database. Because these relationships are already validated, the ebook serves as a high-value re-engagement tool, reducing the friction typical of cold market software. Replacing expensive, high-friction marketing software with this internal utility successfully reactivates dormant lists, providing immediate proof of concept to leadership. The external growth phase begins as the remaining 25 peer network and referral codes branch outward to the community. These sample copies, paired with an invitation, are gifted directly to the organization's external network, specifically local business owners and preferred partners. Local businesses face standard operational friction. They require cost-effective marketing tools, but they are exhausted by continuous, expensive software pitches. When a high-value utility is gifted by a trusted community pillar, the interaction moves from a sales pitch to a peer-to-peer exchange. This shift allows the tool to be evaluated based on its utility, rather than discarded as unsolicited marketing. Deploying these gifted tools lowers sales friction for the business owners. Instead of looking like aggressive salespeople, they operate as community heroes, sponsoring a literacy campaign. Because the tool consistently drives engagement, business owners generate an organic marketing echo. They provide natural, zero-cost word-of-mouth marketing directly back to the sponsoring institution. Using the anchor institution as the primary distribution node changes B2B acquisition dynamics, creating access in areas typically closed to traditional marketing. This model also enables digital scale, shifting the organization's operational focus from localized physical boundaries to global digital discovery. Every time an independent community member interacts with the asset and downloads the ebook, they initiate a primary data capture mechanism. Outbound digital marketing is heavily regulated, carrying severe compliance risks. Specifically, strict telecommunication standards like the TCPA and FCC regulations impose severe operational and financial penalties for improper digital outreach. To mitigate this risk, the returning data passes through an automated opt-in sequence. This built-in compliance architecture checkpoint intercepts the data before it reaches the hub. This legally sound process ensures the captured first-party data is strictly verified and transparently acquired from an actively engaged individual. A social impact asset allows for organic digital growth while providing a compliance layer that aligns with telecommunications standards. Standard multi-tiered marketing systems require massive capital overhead and cash burn. The SDM engagement engine reverses this cost structure. As local businesses experience marketing success, they inevitably purchase more ebook blocks to sustain their own operational momentum. Viewing the entire macro network architecture, this creates a predictable repurchasing mechanic. The sponsoring organization captures a recurring 15% influx from those ongoing platform investments. This independent income stream grows naturally, in direct proportion to how deeply the local community utilizes the platform. This network effect translates directly into an automated inbound lead generation pipeline for the institution. Every down-the-line ebook download eliminates the operational cost of chasing new prospects or paying for digital ads. This compounding loop creates a steady pipeline of new members, volunteers, and corporate sponsors without the need for additional capital investment. Establishing this predictable financial engine grants leadership the absolute freedom to fund critical projects entirely independently of seasonal giving cycles. This infrastructure enables physical expansion initiatives, allowing organizations to accelerate their building funds and handle major renovations without launching high-pressure capital campaigns. It also secures digital expansion capabilities, providing the revenue to invest in top-tier streaming equipment to deeply engage online fellowships across the globe. Locally, the system fully funds social impact programs, including youth ministries, after-school programs, and community camps that bring working families through the doors. Systematically enriching the local network through a literacy campaign provides the institutional stability needed to impact families and fuel sustainable growth.
Ready to engage different while supporting family literacy? Scan the QR code, comment Engage Different, or visit signaldaddymedia.com to schedule a trial demo.